We'll go over lecture 4, notes 7. That's what we went today. People are confused on radicals. And there's a follow-up question. So we're going to basically tackle two into the same example. It's exactly the same example on the notes 7. There's a graph, but we're using exactly the same one, tackle both. The first one asks, what is a radical and how is that mechanism playing around? Second one asks, how's the energy diagram that I was actually playing around with? So this one, or the other way, the stability one. Why do I need to know this? Certain stuff, I guess it's very complicated. Brand new stuff from JCAM. We also practiced with what is a primary, secondary, tertiary carbon to be consistent with my lecture notes. Show to the screen as well. Primary will use blue, so this one I'm referring to. Okay, I'll use blue for primary. Okay, there's only one primary, which is this carbon. Why this one is primary? Because it only has one carbon neighbor, right? Primary. Okay. Secondary is red. Okay, secondary. There's only one secondary because it has two carbon neighbor. Good. This is the only tertiary. R means CnHm, and this carbon exists. So it has carbon neighbor number 1, number 2, number 3. Are we all good with this? Okay. So we're going to write a mechanism on how to break the bond and form radical. So the one that's with, if I, okay, just quickly show this. If I'm going to break this bond, imagine I'm going to break this. So how is that going to work? It's going to be single end arrow pointing to the carbon, okay? Single end arrow pointing to the hydrogen. That's how you break. But combine what we have learned. Usually you won't have those. Combine what we have learned. Let's do this. Sorry, that's the new way that I just came up with. So, okay. The chlorine, okay. The chlorine you learned. Chlorination. Okay, let's do this. Chlorination, which you can do. I'll use a color that you haven't seen before. Purple. Oh, okay, that's the reason. Okay. Single end. That's what you learn early, or not early. In the second kind of like a part of today, that's what you learn, right? We form radical. That's a chlorine radical. So if we have a chlorine radical flowing around, what is going to do with that? So I'll have my chlorine radical flowing around. It's going to, okay. It's going to form a bond between hydrogen and chlorine. And this one will become a radical. Okay, were you guys ready? I'm going to erase the bond. So I don't need to rewrite them. But I'll rewrite afterwards the structure and return everything back to this. Are we good? Okay. So after I erase the bond, this is the primary radical. And I form a bond here. You get this? Yes. Okay. If we do the same thing for secondary or tertiary, you will have, okay, something like, I'll copy the structure down, okay? And we can practice with the mechanism writing if you need, but just make sure. Okay, 4 minutes, I'll just stop.